does paying more money for a cup of coffee give you a better experience? These are my thoughts. Other people might think differently, but stick with me here. It's 14 degrees here in the city, and it is really cold. I think the best thing to warm us up is a nice cup of coffee. Yeah, let's go. Look at what's behind us. Bad Boy Entertainment. Pretty cool. It's abandoned. So New York City is pretty famous for its cart coffees at every basically corner of the street. So I'm gonna get some coffee from there, and yeah, let's see how it tastes and let's see how much it is. Hey, good morning. Can I get one small coffee, cream, 1 sugar, please? How much for the small?
125.
125. Thank you, boss. Let's see how this is. Wow. Our next stop is, I think you've definitely seen this everywhere, Dunkin'. It's worth checking out to see how much and how good it is. Hi, can I get a small cup of coffee, please?
Sure. Hot coffee or ice?
Hot coffee, please. With milk, 1 sugar, please. 1 small cup of coffee is $2.82. Okay, interesting. Oh. Unexpected. There you go. Oh. Definitely keeping me warm. Our next stop is the one and only Starbucks, right across the street from The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Pretty cool. Hi, can I get a small coffee with milk, 1 sugar, please? To go, please.
It'll be $2.89.
How much was that?
$2.89.
$2.89.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Starbucks coffee. I expected it to be a little bit more expensive than Dunkin', but I guess their specialty drinks are the pricier ones, not just the regular cup of coffee. Ah, interesting. Okay. You know, I've never had all 3 cups of coffee back to back kind of compared, and this is, you realize, you know, essentially the differences between each one of them. So we've got one more stop, and this will be probably the priciest of them all. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's called La Colombe. Let me try to see if I can get a better shot. Right over there, La Colombe coffee. Let's see how their coffee is. Hi, can I get a small coffee, milk, 1 sugar, please? Medium roast, please. So it's $4.08 for that cup of coffee. So let's try it and see if it's worth $4.08. Yeah, so this is the most expensive cup I've had today, and let's see how it is. Okay, all right, wow. yeah, I'm home now, and it's cold, and I'm very caffeinated. So let's give my verdict. You know, does paying more money for a cup of coffee give you a better experience? Well, the only way that I can describe it is by running through each one of the cups and just giving you my thoughts. And remember, this is very subjective. These are my thoughts. Other people might think differently, but stick with me here. The first one is, if you guys remember, the cart coffee, and the reason why I like this one is because it's kind of like a coffee drink. I'm not drinking something that is very, 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 very harsh. You know, it's smooth. Add a little bit of milk, give it, you know, a spoon or half a spoon of sugar, and this thing becomes very palatable. You know, I would say to some tea drinkers, you know, who drink tea, they would love something like this because it's not bitter. It's very smooth to consume. And, you know, it's $1.25, so you can't beat this. The next, which is very quintessential to New York or to America, is Dunkin'. And Dunkin', this was about $2.60-ish for a small cup with milk and sugar. And the cup is, I think it's very similar to the cart coffee in the sense that it is smooth. It's not burnt or anything like that, but it is it's got a little bit more flavor to it. It's just got a little bit of a kick. It is a lot easier to digest something like this, especially if you're going from, let's say you're a tea drinker and you don't want something that's harsh. This is very, very, very easy to drink, in my opinion. The next is the Starbucks, and I did not expect it to be that close in terms of price to the Dunkin'. It was about $2.80 for a small cup of coffee, but they are completely different. Starbucks coffee is it's cooked. If I leave something on the stove for a little bit longer, it gets that burnt or harsh taste to it. And I know that there's a lot of people that love this Starbucks, you know, coffee and that kind of full body experience. But I think it's a bit too much. And as you are noticing that we're going up in price, so too does the bitterness that comes from the coffee. This one, La Colombe, it was $4 and change. I feel like this was probably the most difficult to digest. You know, having a sip of this, I was taken aback. I need to add a little bit more milk and sugar to this in order for it to become consumable. And that's why I think, you know, a Dunkin' or a cart coffee is my number one go-to because of the fact that it tastes good, it's digestible, and I think I'm getting a value out of it. You know, for $2.60 for a cup of coffee, that's pretty good. This is incredible, $1.25. But Dunkin' is, if you want it a little bit more refined, is absolutely my go-to, and I love a nice cup of Dunkin's coffee. Well, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave your comments down below. Like if you enjoyed it, and you know, don't forget to subscribe if you want to continue seeing cool content like this. And although it's a bit simple, but you know, just my opinion, you know, coffee. Thank you guys. Peace.